computer. All right. Well, welcome everyone to the March edition of the Zoom meeting for the Rotary uh, E-Club of Southeast USA and Caribbean. We have as a program this evening two S4TL alumni, and if they are aware, we also have a board member from S4TL on. Um, they know him as Mr. Jim. So hopefully we can get him to say a few words. I am going to go ahead and start the meeting. I'm going to pass it right to Alexa and I'm going to let Alexa tell everybody the good news. Go ahead. Oh, you're on mute.
I'm gonna forget to do that. As in moving into RYE, to youth exchange. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and see if that will work for everybody. Okay. Uh, are we all able to see it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. And I'll let Kalila back me up on parts here. But we really just wanted to share about our experience with Rotary, from S4TL to being involved with the Interact Club at our school, and then moving into now being future outbounds at in the Rotary Youth Exchange program for the 26-27 year. So we're all very excited about that. And thank you guys again for letting us come in and speak. So, beginning with who we are even, this is us with Suzanne at the S4TL conference this past summer. It takes place at Florida Southern College. And she was able to come up on the last day and be with us for the graduation at the end of the week-long program. So that was cool that she got to come up and meet us, as well as her friend. Cool. So I wanted to just begin with like a quick recap in case anybody isn't aware of the program. S4TL is Rotary's seminar for tomorrow's leaders. It takes place at Florida Southern College. So we are able to experience their dorm life and dining hall and kind of just experience their campus as well, which I thought was a cool aspect of it. This picture is my color group. We were broken up into different groups. We're all rising seniors from all over the state of Florida who have been selected and sponsored by different Rotary clubs. I was sponsored by this club, the Rotary Club of Southeast USA and Caribbean. And then Kalila, were you sponsored by Clearwater East? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So we were each uh grouped with people who were not from our school or not from our club, so people that we did not know before. And we were able to, over the course of the week, become really close with them. We were involved in a number of activities. We got to hear from some very cool speakers. We did activities like they had a talent show for us. Different things. We had a talent show. We ended up doing it was almost like a fashion show where you took pieces of trash and you turned it into this like elaborate outfit. So it was a bunch of just like interesting activities that made us think outside the box. Certain traditions like the color groups and all the accessories you wear that is within your color, like your team. We had a dance party the last night, so it was just a bunch of fun things that really kind of encapsulated the community that brings Rotary together. We also got to meet with a number of Rotarians from around the state that volunteered their time to come be with us. One, people from the staff that put the program together, and then also those that got to come and kind of sit with us and share with us some of their own knowledge and life experiences. And then if Kalila wants to share just about the shirt system, kind of how you can like move up through the program starting as a yellow shirt.
Yeah, of course. I'd be happy to explain that. First of all, great presentation. You're doing
Oh,
amazing.
thanks.
She explained that very, very well. It was definitely a life-changing experience. I would say emphasis on the rap sessions. They had something called rap sessions where we were able to really dive deep with people that we had just met a week prior, but it seemed like we had known them our whole lives. And we can't talk about it, but it was definitely very emotional. And in that talent show, both Alexa and I were participants. I sung and played guitar. She did an amazing dance. She is a dancer. I don't know if you guys know that. It's perfect for Brazil. And as for the shirt system, when you first go in, you are a yellow shirt. You start off as a junior in a yellow shirt. You can only be you can only be a junior if you're a yellow shirt. The next year, if you decide to come back, if you apply and you get accepted, you become a red shirt. And those are the people that lead each of these groups. So as Alexa had mentioned, there are color groups. I was in the yellow color group, and each of the color groups have a red shirt leader that will kind of guide us if we need any help and tell us what to do in the sense of what activities we're going to do. But they would always try to be very good in letting us lead it because it was about teaching us to lead. And then after that, I believe there is baby blue, right? And
Yeah.
then dark blue.
And after red, it's white, and then and then I think baby blue, and then
You're right. I mixed it up. White, then baby blue, then dark blue. Dark blue is the highest, and they all do different things. The white seems to do a lot of the coordinating. They all do a lot of coordinating. They do important things. The main ones that are more hands-on are the red shirts and obviously the yellow shirts who are getting to experience it.
Yes. And then on the last day, and this is actually something that I pulled back from last summer because I think Alicia had also attended with another sponsoring student that she had known, and our Rotarians were able to come back up for the graduation at the end of the week, where like we receive a certificate and everything. We get to keep one of our yellow polos, and then we sort of like become alumni of the program. And from there, that's how Kalila and I earned our spots as president and vice president of the Interact Club of our school. So that's basically just a Rotary Service Club within our high school that allows students to earn volunteer hours by getting involved in the community. This year we've done food drives for our the St. B College food pantry, which gets used every day. They're always in need of stuff. We donate to the Seminole one. To Alpha House, which is a women's shelter for women who come from they're often young mothers. They may come from situations of domestic violence, and they were specifically looking for clothes for women and children, baby formula, stuff like that. So we were able to provide them with some stuff. And then we do beach cleanups, getting involved in our community with Keep Pinellas Beautiful, a Keep America Beautiful affiliate. So just a number of things that we've been able to let students do throughout that. And then, as I said, we were sponsored by Rotary clubs of our own. And then moving forward, each club will sponsor a student coming up for this summer. So as I'm aware, I think it was Adeline who was selected from our school. I think was it this club that will be sponsoring her? Is that correct?
She had a very powerful bio.
I think it may be her that that will be sponsored this year. But yeah, so we will be speaking to our students about that, and we can't give too much away. But just so the experience is still a surprise for them. But it's definitely a very cool experience that I have still remembered a lot from it. This is something I pulled like from within my room, but I'm unsure if you can see it very clearly, but I had made a shadow box of things that I had kind of kept from the week. So it was like our color items, the pin, the polo we got to keep, a couple pictures, let's see. The last night was very special, and we got to write some letters to some very special people, including ourselves. And we got to do the swapping pennies tradition. So it was just a very cool thing. So I made a memento shadow box of that. Let me see. Okay, moving forward into our association here, we from there learned about the Rotary Youth Exchange Program, which I'm passionate and actually excited for the expansion of the youth programs that Rotary has done. And we learned about this when Suzanne came in and spoke with our school, as she does every year, kind of just about the program, getting students interested, and then we usually hold an interest meeting at our campus. And then from there we learn of the program. Usually that happens around like August, September. You have a couple months to get your full application together, writing a letter to a future host family, gathering some photos, gathering the necessary, records, letters of recommendation, all that. And we submit our applications, and we found out I think we found out in November that we had made the program after a final round of interviews. From there we had our district threw an amazing country reveal party. And Min and Barack held that at their house. And we had Doug and Connie coordinating everything for us. So it was just a really nice Christmas party there that we were able to have our countries revealed to us. And so that was very exciting. So I will be going to Brazil for the 26-27 year. We leave around this coming July, August, and we'll spend a year there. So now is where we start our preparations and everything. And Kalila, do you want to speak a little bit about yours? We're kind of moving into RYE preparation type stuff and
Yeah,
orientation.
of course. So I was selected to go to Thailand for my exchange year. Very, very culturally different. I'm very excited. And so you want me to talk about the slide? So I can definitely.
Sure. Yeah, this is just for our moving forward in January. We went to an orientation where we got to meet the other outbounds, because there's 6 of us from our district within Florida, and then there's a number more throughout. I think it's within like North Florida and Georgia, and altogether there's 16 of us going to countries that include, like I said, us, Brazil, and Thailand. There's another boy going to Brazil along with me. There
Yes.
are let's see,
Taiwan,
Austria,
Slovakia, Croatia, Austria,
Japan.
many different languages. I think there's only a couple people that are going to the same place, so everyone is having a different experience and they're able to experience different things, but we can still all collaborate in our preparation and the things that we have to do. In terms of preparation, we have to do things like raise $6,000, which we have to chip in. So a lot of us have been doing fundraisers, GoFundMe, going to different clubs and making things, and we've been really creative about it. And I'm honestly really proud of everyone that's been doing it, because they've just found such creative ways to raise that money. And language learning is a big, big, big part of what we're doing as well. Most of us are using Pimsleur, which is an auditory language learning app that allows us to just kind of listen and learn, which will be very helpful, because I know the hardest part about when you learn a language is hearing someone say it, not knowing what they're saying. But some people do have to use like Monly because they're such exotic languages or niche. And oh yeah, the field trips. Those have been incredible. Suzanne, which is, she invited us. I figured you know who she is. She has taken time out of her day to invite us to places around Florida that are culturally similar to where we're going to be going. For example, even though I didn't make all of them, there was one, like for me, where we went to a Thai market. I'm not sure did they do one for you yet in Brazil?
No, I don't think that's something that we had found yet, but we do know the Spiffs I think I'm saying that right, the Spiffs Festival this
Yeah.
this Saturday. Yes, the Spiffs Folk Festival that has a number of different I think cultural setups will be this Saturday, and so I think that's something that we are going to attend. Yes, we went to a Thai market in Tampa. They have a temple there where they were holding a service and traditional foods, and some people were dressed in traditional garments, so it was just cool to see and like kind of sort of almost be immersed in that even before we travel. But yeah, so those have been really fun. Yeah, like Lila said, in terms of our preparations, language learning, research, we write a paper about various topics of our country, and then various topics within our own country, so we're able to go over and be ambassadors of where we come from. And yes, fundraising is a big part of it too. Some of us have thrown together bake sales, and we were presenting at different clubs and different schools. And like I'm gonna be throwing together raffle baskets. So people are just doing a bunch of different cool things. This top picture was when we were on our way to orientation. Tom and Dick had so graciously offered to take us up to Atlanta. So they got a van and took us all up together to Atlanta, and it was a long drive, but it was a fun drive. And down here was at the orientation where we had made I think we called them, I forget what we called them, but they're essentially vision boards where we had kind of just explained our vision for our exchange year. Oh, I clicked it. But yeah, I think oh, the last thing I think I wanted to elaborate on here was a service project that Cleland and I, along with our friend Kennedy, will be leading for our school for our leadership class. We are going to put together presentations sort of similar to this to just go around to different local schools and libraries or in or other educational institutions in our area and just kind of share about the program. Already itself, since the students have returned to school from COVID, there has been a decline of involvement in the program, or really just knowledge about it, because it wasn't something I would have heard about if not for the different like informational meetings that have been happening. And so it's a really cool opportunity that we're grateful to experience, that we want to share that opportunity with other eligible students, and then potentially eligible host families that are willing to bring students in when they come here when we're exchanged with them. So that's something that we want to do and kind of just bring back that cultural exposure really to students our age, because we feel it's a really important thing. Um and I think that's the end of my
I would add,
presentation here. Yeah, is there anything that Kalila or even Mr. Jim want to add that I may have missed?
just when you had said about the host families, we do each need a referral for 3 host families, which is hard to do. But that is something, if you are definitely interested or know someone interested, 2 people here who would love to know.
Let's see.
Other than that, I think that was a wonderful presentation and very truthful to what the experience was. It was very life changing. Went and didn't say it was life changing.
I appreciate your presentations. Yeah, we have with us our newest club member, Jim Tremmel, who is on the board of S4TL. Jim, if you want to share anything about the organization.
Well, real quickly, first off, you guys did a great presentation. Thank you.
Yeah.
The next thing I'd like to say is that the yellow shirts, of course, are between their junior and senior year. A year later, 18 come back to lead a group of yellow shirts. A year after that, 10 come back to wear white shirts, and they do the newsletter, they do the recreation, and they coordinate with the red shirts to help pass information. And then 2 years later, those baby blues come back to lead the program. And the thing I like to impress the club with is this is a student-run program. People ask me what I do, and I tell them my job is to keep them on the sidewalks. And all the rest of it is done by the young people that we have selected over the years to go. It's a fabulous program. I've done it for 10, 11 years now and just love it. Please, 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 if you're anywhere in the area, plan to come to a rap session.
Oh, yes, the rap sessions. So there were of course, two Rotarians. Each color group is partnered with a Rotarian that's there during the rap sessions, and it's the second rap session that I had been to this past June, and there's a reason for multiple boxes of tissues. It's not just the students, it's the Rotarians. We're all there. Nothing leaves the room, of course, but we're all there, and we're there. I mean, we let our emotions go, and it's good. It's you want to talk about getting to know people. It's wonderful session. I see Suzanne has made it. Um, Suzanne, you want to pitch in anything? We've got two wonderful S4TL alumni here. They did a fantastic job.
Yeah, they're for good reason. They're also on the RYD team now. So really nice. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Not very well.
I'm sure. I'm in the car. So can
Little
oh,
broken
no.
up there. Nope, might be able to hear her. Hopefully she comes back on. Um, anyway, as you heard,
I don't know
Alexa
if
is an
it's
S4TL alumnus, and she is our sponsored student for RYE. And we're very proud of that. And Alexa, could you please email me a picture of that shadow box so I can add it to the next bulletin? I would
Sure,
love it.
Hmm. Okay, well,
Oh, that's
great
better.
gals. So,
Yeah, we can hear you now.
okay, I'm sorry. As I said, phone, we don't know what tower I'm connected to. I had to save somebody today, so you know, we do sometimes old people we have to save. I'm really, really pleased about these kids. And I didn't do the rap sessions, but we did a lot of driving. And it was nice to get to know Kalila and Alexa, whom I was able to transport, though they were from two different club sponsorships. But they're both now president and vice president of their Interact Club. So they are, moving forward as great leaders. Sanaya recommended them. She was our last year's alumna. So it's really nice to have this progression of these kids who are dynamite. So I'm really pleased, and I thank you all for sponsoring them, and I'm happy to help to find them and move them on. And we've got 4 students around these who 6 in all from our district who are going on youth exchange, and so I've been trying to get them to their respective countries within Tampa Bay. We took some to Thai temple. Kalila's going to Thailand. I took one to an opera, her first opera ever, the Magic Flute, which is a great opera to start with. That's Austrian, but the Austrian lady couldn't come, so I passed it on to the next person. And this coming weekend, we're all going to go to the International Folk Festival, SPIFS. That's St. Petersburg International Folk Festival, and I've got free tickets for the kids, so that's my personal contribution. And hopefully they'll learn a lot about lots of different countries. It's their 5th anniversary, so they've been doing this all the different clubs from all these different countries. England, other part of all day long. So maybe you will join them. But we'll be, and a friend of mine wants to paint Croatian Easter eggs with them. So we've got lots of things that they're going to have little previews where they're going. Brisbane went to a Japan day at the Lipa Ratner Museum. So I try my best from the arts, bringing in activities. And I think they've all really appreciating that. So I'm real pleased that they had the view outside of the world into a global world, which they'll come back from and speak.
Well, I know the students, one week in S4TL, and the students are immeasurably changed. I can't wait to can't wait to hear from you in a year from now, Alexa
Yeah,
and Kalia. We'll have you both back
yeah.
for sure.
I should, if some of you are going to S4TL this summer, I will actually be there as a redshirt.
There you go. There you go. Yep, we'll see you. Any questions for any of our speakers this evening?
I have one. You still do
I will watch the recording.
book?
I'll watch the recording. Yes.
Yeah. Do the kids still do a scrapbook at S4TL?
We're doing these pictures, right?
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm wrong program.
Question is about a scrapbook.
Layla, do you remember if we had thrown together something like that? Oh, they did the
I don't
newsletter,
know.
and that kind of felt like a collection of the things that had happened there, and it included pictures and stuff like that.
Ah, are you talking about the yearbook?
Oh, maybe.
To my recollection, there wasn't anything that we had put together. However, they had spent time to use personal photos that they had taken of us there to make a yearbook of everybody there and the experiences and the program that was happening, including the schedule of everything that we were doing. So we don't have like a scrapbook like we do. I mean, we did in Georgia for our RYE, but that's completely separate. But it didn't take away from the memories that we had and still have.
Yes, a lot of people ended up making their own mementos, and we still have. I mean, I still have my binder from there that had our schedule and where we took notes from all the speakers, so I can still look back on those quotes and those notes that I kept. So and the letter I wrote and stuff. So we still have a collection of all our things there. But I think they continue to evolve and like implement some new traditions and stuff each year.
And we don't want to give everything away that you're doing, right? I mean, it's important that we have something new to offer. Because I said, our new sponsored girl is not here because we don't want to tell her everything.
I have a quick question. I understand about all of the varying experiences at S4TL, but since it's a leadership seminar, what specific leadership training or events or experiences really stood out to you at this training, either of you?
Phil, do you want to go first?
First of all, every single experience was both a lesson and a leadership opportunity. Everything that they had us do, some kind of activity where we could help others, lead others, do something beneficial for not just ourselves, but genuinely thinking of others first, service above self. And I mean, a good example was even in the smallest things, like picking who is going to do what role in we had like a little, almost like an anime Comic-Con where we had to make a scenario of either superheroes and a villain and a leader, and someone would dress up and the other people would tell the stories and the other people would go around. There was always just like little opportunities to be a leader in something, whether help someone out or pick what role there is. I think personally for me, doing the talent show was a big step forward towards leadership because I had never sung and I was so afraid, but everybody there was more than supportive, more than I've ever seen anybody come together and be in my life. And that really showed me.
Beautiful.
What?
Huh? Your performance is beautiful. You didn't know it, but it was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yours was amazing too. Yeah, no, that helped me see that I can do it. And like so many other people, that I'm not the only one that has said that. I've heard everybody else say, I have become stronger. I've become a better leader. I've been more capable of talking to people when I wasn't able to before. Every single experience is a leadership opportunity.
For sure, that was a great response. Yeah, and I think a lot of it, like specifically within the activities, I did enjoy hearing from a lot of the speakers. Actually, some of them included, I know some of these names come back every year, so some of them may be familiar. But I did find my binder actually that has some of the notes in it. One of the speakers, Dr. Layman Hicks, talked about leadership integrity. Patrick George talked about challenges. Kyle Welcome talked about action-packed leadership. So a lot of it was kind of little, I'd almost say like pointers they gave us. Like if we have a leadership toolkit, it was sort of like pointers or things that we can remember. And I think some of the biggest takeaways that I had received from it was almost just how to be like a better leader, because all of us are leaders in some form when we get there, because there's a reason that we had been picked to go, because we had shown some hint or some form of leadership initially within our high school career. And so I think it really just gave us that toolkit, like I said, on how to be a better leader, and really just some notes that we can still recall, as in like, what does a leader do? A leader makes people feel important. A leader listens to others. A leader can collaborate with others. A leader can be humble. A leader can stand up when they need to. So it's like a lot of different notes that we really can just hold within ourselves and like take with us as we move forward and into other opportunities, such as youth exchange, such as whatever we move forward into.
Great, Alexa. Good response. Thank you. Thank you
I would
both.
love to add to that real quick. When you were talking about we learned how to be a better leader, we learned through example of people who had done it for a long time, but we also found that we learned from each other. Even though we were learning from experienced people, we found our own ways in that time to incorporate our learnings in the moment in just small things. I forgot what else I was going to say. Man,
It'll come back.
it was a good try.
And see, what I like is the conversation between the two of you young ladies. That really is the essence. You're leaders, you're supportive of each other, you're each other's cheerleaders too. I mean, and that's it. I mean, I love it.
And they're
You're right.
extremely organized, these two. They are wonderful. I have a conversation with the two of them at the same time, and I just say, who can help me first, and they're usually both there. So that's extremely wonderful. Yeah. And I want to say something interesting. Alexa has a group where there's an open mic. And so if Kalila was given the opportunity to sing at S4TL, our Juliana, who our club sponsored in my year as president in 2013-14, we sent a girl to Taiwan. She's back, she's helping, she's part of this group. And she was given by Alexa the opportunity to be on stage and perform for the very first time herself. So isn't it funny or interesting how these two are giving opportunities to people who have done a year abroad, have done wonderful many things in their life. She went to Johns Hopkins and got a degree in health science. And now she's a performer on a stage thanks to Alexa giving her the opportunity. I think that's a wonderful circle, of Rotary doing what Rotary does best.
Yep, love it. All right. Any other questions? Yeah, Roseanne.
Thank you. I just wanted to say I'm so impressed with the two of you, and thank you so much for speaking. And I have a little experience with Rotary Youth Exchange because I've hosted 3 times, 3 students from 3 different countries. And just this past summer, because I spend a lot of time in Europe because my husband is Swiss, I hosted the student who was coming from Florida to Switzerland. She came and visited me, and we went hiking, and I really enjoy her Instagram blog. Every Sunday, she puts a series of photos. She doesn't even write anything. She just uploads photos, so you know what she's done that week. And it's so fun. So if you guys do something like that, I know you don't always have time to write, but if you could just maybe create an Instagram blog that the people that are here on this call would love. Yes, Suzanne.
Roseanne, part of the program is they have to blog back monthly. It's on ryese.org.
Okay.
Rotary
Well,
Youth Exchange
this
Florida Southeast, okay? So you watch them as they go through their year. We all will. And you can look at the ones that are out now. So that's the outbounds only, but you'll enjoy that.
perfect. Thank you. Well, this particular student does it every Sunday. And the people in the club that sponsored her, we love it. We, friends of mine, we talk about, oh, did you see she tried skiing? Did you see? And it's really fun. So
Well,
good luck
you'll
to
see
you
that.
both. And thank you.
Yeah, you'll see that
Cool.
same thing. But they are supposed to learn the language, so we want them not to spend more time with you than they are in the country. But
Yeah.
they will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, as she was saying, yeah, I think part of it is on the website we fill out, I think it's every couple months we'll post a blog and kind of some pictures, just like letting people know where we are. But yeah, a lot of people have started their own Instagram or social media pages for the exchange, and they'll use it just purely for exchange stuff, just to their way of letting people back home know what's going on without checking in all the time. So yeah, they'll throw photos and videos and stuff in there. And it's cool to look at the students that have been over there, like the blogs from the past and some of their social medias from the past that we've seen. So yeah, it's a cool idea, and I think it's something that I think I'm gonna end up starting my own page too.
Great. So you'll do double duty, but you can also copy and paste over. Now they're going to do this monthly. They haven't, maybe they haven't heard that yet, but it's going to be monthly, Alexa. So keep busy, and we look forward to that. We really, really do. And I'm sure we can attach it somehow to our newsletter so that we can, Alicia can pull it over to our site as well.
I'll give it a shot, of course. Yes, Mark.
You can copy and paste just the blog. Yeah.
Oh, Mark, you're on mute.
Thank you, young ladies. It was a great presentation. I'm from Georgia, as I hope you all know. And my question is, as you progress through, is there are any of the alumni going into Rotaract?
Oh, okay. Good question. I don't think they're ready for that yet, but they are Interact president and vice president at this point. Then they'll go out of the country for a year. Then they can come back. And Rotaractors do not spend much money, but some of them are in an e-club. There is an e-club in Georgia, I believe, for especially this kind of return to Rotary.
Well, I wasn't specifically suggesting these two young ladies that have all this to look forward to, but alumni, as they move forward, Rotaract is 18 to 30.
Yeah.
I've met a couple actually who have gone through the program. I met one specifically S4TL this past year. And her name is Erin. She did she did S4TL when she was younger. She ended up going on her exchange to Italy, I believe, and then now she came to S4TL to hang out with us, and then I think she's actually currently in Thailand and she's teaching English there. So she was someone who I had met that had moved through the program, and then I think we'll continue to work with Rotary as she gets older. But yeah, I think again it's cool that how a number of people will like kind of move through the programs and like make their way through each of them and like continue to stay involved in Rotary, or like Suzanne was saying, like Juliana, who did her exchange like 10 years back at this point, like will come back and reconnect and be involved. So I think a number of them do end up moving forward and becoming alumni.
Yeah. Yeah, I stay in touch with as many as I can, and sometimes they're on Facebook. One of our students has married a Japanese, so she's now in Kyoto. So it's kind of cool to see where lives go with Rotary and without. But we have definitely made a big impact on them. Now, for Alexa, maybe you don't, Rotaractors, that used to be free. It's now, I think, a small fee. But Rotarians then spend, $500 plus per year to be a Rotarian. So that comes at a time after you're 35 that you can give back. And sometimes, there's times before that when the Rotaract will keep you in connection with Rotary. as a transition, but also that doing the same things interactors do. We're all trying to do good in the world and still eradicate polio.
Awesome. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I would comment that I am so happy and enthused to hear these two young ladies give the same experiences that I was involved with 40 years ago when S4TL got started in St. Petersburg. And I want to give a big shout out to Jim for carrying the torch and doing the wonderful work. There are thousands of people who have gone through S4TL. And I know there's 2 medical doctors in Pinellas County that are S4TL grads. So, you know, it's probably one of the most wonderful things that Rotary does for our rising students. Thank you.
You're right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Keep coming. Keep doing this program. It's a really nice program. And thank
Yeah.
our club for supporting it, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
And welcome back, Jim Tremmel. Since we have known each other for 20 odd years.
Something like that, Susan.
Yeah, I have varying hair and me hair. You more and less, and mostly now more. It's very cute to come across your face every time, because we've seen each other at district conferences and all kinds of places. So it's kind of nice to see familiar people.
Anything else? Any other questions?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to the students that are here. And I think it's cool that we're keeping the other one in the shadows so she doesn't find out what's going to happen next. And, you know, just know that Rotary is all over the world. And as I travel up and down the Eastern Seaboard and the West Coast and Gulf Coast of America, you know, I see the Rotary sign everywhere. So I encourage you guys, wherever city you end up in, look for that Rotary sign, because I guarantee you it's going to be there. And you guys can always reach out to a Rotarian and know that that's how I got involved with Rotary. Is I was on vacation and I met a Rotarian and he told me all about it. And when I got the opportunity to find my place and Rotary, it happened to be with the E Club because I'm a boat captain and I travel a lot. And so you guys will be traveling, and you know, our club, it's just we got people all over the world and traveling and being remote. So you know that you have a friend in Rotary right here at the E Club, and we appreciate you guys sharing with us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Paul, Kalila and Alexa went to my German club, and the best thing that they did that night was get a lot of new members. The German club now has over 400 members, and these two helped at Oktoberfest get a bunch of them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing I learned about Rotary is they're going to get you involved right off the bat. And because of that, you're just going to become a better person.
Yep, they're great.
That's what I like about it. Well, yeah, I know one of our club members, Malona Sosa, she was visiting her family in Benin, Africa, and she had to send me a picture. I don't know exactly what city she was in, but there was a huge Rotary like billboard sign planted right in the middle of an intersection, and I'm like, there you go. So,
That's true. Yeah. And you'll always have a free meal if you offer to talk. So knock on that door and say, I'd love to talk about it, and they'll invite you, hopefully.
there you go.
Yeah.
These Rotary things, it's great points. I think Alexa and I will forever be grateful for every single Rotarian, even the ones that haven't sponsored us personally, because we know that they still make it possible. And I did remember what I was going to say earlier, and I think it's important. I think the biggest takeaway that I had from S4TL, and I remember saying it over and over again, and it definitely helped me grow as a leader. I was shocked to see the amount of support and gratitude and love in one area from so many people at the same time. And in today's world, with so much social media and so much negativity always fostered around everywhere, it was more than refreshing to see that that was possible in people our age. And that's my biggest takeaway. It helped me as a leader to see that that was possible and that I can cultivate that change.
For sure. That's that's a really good point.
Yeah, well, y'all definitely do change throughout that week, and I mean, right from the get-go, when y'all are inundated by all the other students that come rushing into your vehicle when you show up. That's it. You're in.
Well, it's the screen this year, so
I'm so excited.
right?
Right. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Anything else? Questions, comments? Awesome. Well, we look forward to.
I would say one thing about S4TL, and that is that the basics of S4TL haven't changed over the last 40 years. I mean, it is a prescription for getting it right, and it's been carried on. And I'm hearing the girls say the same things we were doing in the 1980s, and the same reactions, and the same trip home from S4TL. Who we took over wallflowers, and coming home, you couldn't shut them up. So, you know, it's a marvelous process of waking up the great leadership qualities that are in these kids, and we just wake that up, and it lasts forever. So,
Awesome.
Well, these two, you didn't have to wake up. They were already greatly awake on the way there. So I'm really pleased about that. They got even a little more vocal, and I grabbed them and take them to a museum, and then we go home. So they were very gung-ho to do the things that we offer up. And I think that's what we can do. We're old and we have stuff we know, and so we pass that on. I'm a teacher, and so, you know, that's what I try to do.
Honestly, hearing you say that about how S4TL is made the same, it just made me think about all the reaction. You're making me tear up, man. This is good stuff.
I mean, it's fun. It was fun watching you guys. It always is going to the graduation. I'm sure Alicia says the same. So,
Yeah, that's good. All right.
Well, thank you for having us all. So, sorry, it's on my phone.
Wonderful program. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much for having us.
This is being recorded, so it will be on the our YouTube channel, and then I will post the recording on the next bulletin. And if anybody wants a separate recording, just let me know. I can email it to you. So after tonight, it has to download. Anyway, okay. Again, thank you. I'm going to turn the meeting over to President Paul.
Okay. What a wonderful meeting. Once again, you know, every time I go to a meeting, I feel like I learn a little bit about someone else and a little bit about myself. So we do have a wonderful way of closing out the E-Club meeting with the 4-way test. And I don't think that we just say this. I think that most of us live this way of life. So if you will, please join me in closing out with the 4-way test. We always ask ourselves, is it the truth?
Is it
fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? And the most important one?
Have fun in all we do.
Is it fun? So thank you guys, and have a great night.
all right.
Thank you. We'll take about a 4-minute break, 3-4 minute break, and come back for the board meeting. And we are on the board meeting. We are going to focus on what we're going to call our secretarial assistant who's going to share something he's been working on for the club. So